what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and the new hiring of their new head coach in JJ Redick. Guys, there's a lot of emotions, a lot of reactions when it comes down to this. I just don't know where to begin, when it comes down to it, obviously. I made a video about of the breaking news of the Lakers hiring JJ Redick as the next head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. But I just felt I needed to come out here and give my live reaction about this breaking news. Obviously, it's not really breaking news now because it's been a while. But I just wanted to give you all my thoughts and my opinions about JJ Redick, what he'll bring to the table, and what's next for this Lakers team after the hiring of JJ Redick. But before anything, like always, please be sure to like this live stream and, of course, follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. So please be sure to follow me all across social media. And, of course, just subscribe to the channel. I have to say, I am so overwhelmed by the love support you guys have shown me all over social media, especially on YouTube. The YouTube shorts that I uploaded recently about Jerry West's passing was just so overwhelming. I have to say it was. I never seen so many views on it and so many likes and a lot of good feedback of what I got from that video, and also my draft analysis of this year's draft. Once again, you guys don't disappoint. Once again, you guys really went out there and gave me the love, support, and your thoughts and your opinions about the whole matter of the Lakers offseason plans. So, once again, I'm so grateful for every single one of you for your love, support. Let's continue to grow this channel. I mean, I really want this channel to really grow with your love, support, and we can make that happen. We can really do that, and it's all going to be you guys to make that happen. So please be sure to do so. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get right into it. I mean, JJ Redick is now the new head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. Lots of reactions I'm seeing right now from all of you, especially from my video that I uploaded this afternoon. Lots of mixed reactions, I have to say. There's some positive, and of course, there's some negatives from most of you. I'm seeing them right now from Ghetto Rabbit. A little angry, frustrated, and I get it. In my video, I mentioned like midway into the video about JJ Redick's hiring was that the only knock that I have against him and this whole process, that I wanted the Lakers to get an experienced head coach. And if anything, with the whole Monty Williams, firing, I was kind of hoping the Lakers will look into that. But obviously, they made up their mind and they got JJ Redick. And he's always been in the rumor mill for almost a month and a half, and it was just destined to be his job for the taking. When it comes down to it, and it is something that most people will disagree on, but guys, this is what it is. The Lakers made the hiring and we cannot turn that back. So it is something that the Lakers wanted to look at and see if they can pull off a Pat Riley, with JJ Redick, or maybe a Steve Kerr, or maybe an Eric Spoelstra, when it comes down to it. But is to wait and see type of moment when it comes down to what JJ Redick will be bringing to the table for this Lakers team moving forward after this hiring. So, but there's a lot of positivity, I have to say, when it comes down to it. I mean, JJ Redick brings a lot of optimism, when it comes down to it. And, I really can't wait to hear what his press conference will be. It's going to be what I've heard, because I was also listening to Lakers Nation, and Trevor Lane was the first, breaking news of JJ Redick's hiring that I saw. I mean, everyone took their time when it came to the announcement of JJ Redick. So when I saw Trevor Lane's announcement on YouTube right away, I had to go on X and make sure, is it true? And obviously it was. So, when it came down to it, his analysis and, his thoughts about it was, that the idea that he brings basketball IQ and he wants to be an offensive type of coach, which kind of brings to question maybe the Lakers will potentially look for, I don't know, potentially maybe a defensive, assistant at becoming to JJ Redick's staff. So that could be a possibility when it comes down to it. But it just sort of remains to be seen when will the announcements of the assistant roles will be. All I know is, if anything, Lakers have to do whatever they can to bring back Phil Handy. Phil Handy was such a good developmental coach, and the fact that he was let go, I was kind of disappointed, but I was kind of hoping maybe they'll work their way back to bringing him back after the new hiring of a new head coach. But it just still remains to be seen if they'll make that happen or not. But and if any given way, if they can bring him back, that would be awesome. Because Phil Handy was just amazing, when it comes to his developmental coaching of our young guys, especially players like Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, and just throughout his you know career as an assistant, he really knows how to develop players. And if JJ Redick wants to have a good, strong staff, he should really consider, Phil Handy for that position for sure. He has experience, so that's somebody that he should really consider as well. And there's some others, obviously, when it comes down to it. I mean, there is, um, Rajon Rondo, who is considered to be a candidate for the job for sure, and I'll love that. You know, just remembering the days when he was part of the Los Angeles Lakers, delivering us a championship in 2020, a big part of the Lakers championship run in 2020. I mean, he was like the third option for us, when it came down to it. And it was like one and two punch, when it came to the victories that we had with Rajon Rondo on the team. So, if he managed to join the Lakers, that would be awesome. And that would be a great start to JJ Redick's, coaching staff when it comes down to it. Obviously, we've been hearing that um, Jared Dudley, former Laker champion with the Lakers, is in the mix. But I also was watching Lakers Nation's live stream when the news broke that I believe the Dallas Mavericks are potentially going to keep Jared Dudley when it comes down to it. So, it is what it is. I mean, maybe the Lakers will look at other, paths to potentially find some experience assistance for JJ Redick, but we just have to wait and see about that. And also, Sam Cassell is in the mix, but I believe he may remain with the Boston Celtics. And I'll get into the Boston Celtics questions that I'm seeing right now from Daniel in just a bit. Just bear with me. I want to give my analysis about you know JJ Redick's hiring. Just bear with me. I really appreciate it. So with that, Sam Cassell could be in the mix, but we just have to wait and see if he is potentially um, could come to LA, or will he remain with the um, the Boston Celtics, or he could potentially go. What I've heard from the rumors is that maybe he will join Doc Rivers with the Milwaukee Bucks. So, we just have to wait and see about that. And also, there is Scott Brooks. I personally think that's the right move for the Lakers as well. Former head coach, had a lot of success with the Thunder, and a bit of not so much success with Washington, but he did show the capabilities of how to coach in this league. And with that, he could potentially help out JJ Redick in the process of becoming a head coach. So this is the process here. And unfortunately, even though I wanted an experienced head coach, which is why I kind of recommended the Lakers to interview Monty Williams, but it is what it is, guys. It is the past. This is the present now. JJ Redick is our new head coach, and we have to support our head coach moving forward now. But it is what it is. And I just have to say, this was, a I guess you say a good hiring, an optimistic hiring, and it is something that I'm really hoping a lot of success for JJ Redick. And especially with the support that he has around him, especially the managements, LeBron James, and at the same time Anthony Davis as well. I mean, even he put out a statement that he wants to prioritize the team around Anthony Davis. And that's a smart move by JJ Redick when it comes down to that statement. I mean, we don't know how many years that LeBron James has left in him. This is he's going to next year, or maybe I don't know how many years he has left to play, but he is up there in age. And and ironically, he's the same age as JJ Redick. So that's also very, surprising there when it comes to um, how weird it is to have a head coach the same age as most of the players that are on your team. So, it is what it is. But, this is the decision the Lakers have made. But I'm optimistic that JJ Redick is going to bring a lot to the table. And, just going back to what I said, I mean, he's going to bring basketball IQ. He's a very smart guy when it comes to basketball, and his way of knowing the game. And obviously, he's a former player and he had a lot of success when it comes to his shooting and what he brought to a lot of teams throughout his way, and, just being a journeyman. But at the same time, it is a process that he needs to learn as a head coach. And even though he did say he coached, young kids, like middle school or maybe it was elementary school with his kids, but he, I guess you could say he has some experience there, but at the same time, it is not the type of experience that we're looking for. So, it is there, but at the same time, I, still preferred a pro experience head coach, but it is what it is. I don't want to keep bringing that up, so I'm done with it. But JJ Redick is our new head coach, and we just have to rally behind our head coach. When it comes down to it, and hopefully he brings some success moving forward after this. So, and he's going to be part of the draft, and the free agency, who you bring in and all that. So it's going to be a very fun ride this off season, and you never know what he will bring to the table when it comes down to his skill set. He did say he wants to be an offensive type coach, which is I brought up the assistants when it came down to it, because Rondo has the defensive mind, in my opinion, and when it comes down to it. And I guess you could say Scott Brooks, but I might be mistaken. But there's a lot of options for the Lakers to look at when it comes to assistant roles. And if the Lakers want to go prioritize, added on some experienced defensive coaches, I think that'll be the right move if JJ wants to focus on offense. So, we just have to wait and see. And I'm very optimistic about the process of the assistant roles, and of course what JJ Redick will bring to the table for the Lakers. So just welcome to the Los Angeles Lakers, JJ Redick, or should I say Coach Redick, when it comes down to it. So really can't wait. I am so excited about this, and it's going to be a fun ride. Let's just be on that ride, and hopefully a lot of success will come to our new head coach in Coach Redick. So really can't wait. Let's see here. Yeah, let's get into some of the questions, or some of the answers here from Daniel. You know, Celtic shaking your head. Yeah, I mean, when that happened, guys, I was just so disappointed of how things turned out when it came to the playoffs, and how easy of a run that the Celtics had in the Eastern Conference. I mean, just injury after injury to every single player that came their way, and it's just what an easy path for a championship for the Celtics, in my opinion. I mean, I really had to say it. First it was Giannis, his injury. And then you had the Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler, and then Joel Embiid. I mean, and then the New York Knicks got injured, and then it's just not a. And plus, when you face the Indiana Pacers, you were facing a young team in the Indiana Pacers that just never had the type of experience of playing in the playoffs, similar to what the Timberwolves were. But unlike the Timberwolves, you saw that there was better defense effort from them when it came down to their run in the playoffs compared to the Indiana Pacers. But uh, and plus, the Eastern Conference, they're so weak. They're a weak conference compared to the West. It's so loaded with a lot of talent and superstars and all that. So you just obviously have to say that this was an easy route to the Celtics winning this their 18th championship. So I don't want to congratulate them or anything. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. It is a frustrating one and shaking your head for sure moment, but this is what happens when you don't load up the conference in your Eastern Conference to make it competitive. But this is what the NBA gets when it comes to some players going to the West to compete, and it's just so loaded there compared to the Eastern Conference. That's why I'm hoping in free agency we can see some players going to the East to make things competitive there. So we will not see the Boston Celtics go for a championship run once again, and it's just a whole thing. So hopefully it happens. I want to see some players go to the East when it comes down to it from the West. So it is what it is. You know, rigged from the beginning. I mean, if you really think about it, it kind of makes sense. It was really. I mean, when you really think about it, like I said, it was such an easy path for them to win it. I mean, most of the players got injured, the top stars, and with how weak it was in the East, it was just an easy pathway for the Boston Celtics to dominate the way that they did. So, and in their conference. So, and plus the East kept on competitiveness that they had, and just seeing some teams not stepping up to the plate like the Nuggets and even the Timberwolves and just all that. I mean, even OKC, surprisingly, they were the number one seed, and yet once again we go back to the young team aspect that they just weren't ready for the moment. So you know we could say that it's rigged, but it is what it is. When it comes down to that. So let's read some more comments here from Ghetto Rabbit. I hope I'm wrong. I'm a season ticket holder and I don't find this move inspiring. Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from, Ghetto Rabbit. I mean, when it comes down to it, I mean, I'm just hoping that all things go well for JJ Redick. This is a type of situation where, from the start, that he was the favorite, before all the candidates emerged when it comes to the Lakers' interest. Now, obviously, we saw the whole Dan Hurley situation, and, there was hope there, in my opinion, that we would have hired him. But obviously, it was all just a game for him and Woj when it came down to it. But, personally, you know, this was the type of situation where, we can say that, um, being the first time head coach is disheartening to get that around, to understand it. But at the same time, I mean, if you put the right coaching staff around you to help you out through the process, and hopefully with his basketball IQ and the way that he understands the game and the conversation that he has with players and the connection that he has with players, and hopefully that continues on to the locker room, could obviously, bring a lot of optimism, when it comes down to it. Now, I'm going to say this right now. There may be some rocky starts. I mean, this is his first time as a head coach. Maybe the first season as a Lakers head coach may not go well. But, you never know. I mean, with the success maybe that he will have with LeBron leading the way, leading the team in the offensive side and, stuff like that. I mean, maybe things will maybe will work. But at the same time, for you being a season ticket holder, it may be disheartening to watch games if the Lakers don't win them. When it comes down to it. So, um, all I can say this to you, Ghetto Rabbit, is that have the faith, man. Just have the faith. put some optimism. Hopefully, JJ Redick will have some success, from the start, same as what Steve Kerr was, or maybe what Pat Riley had with Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, all just a lot of success that he had then, and also now with Steve Kerr. Maybe it will carry on to what JJ Redick could bring to the table in his first head coaching role as Los Angeles Lakers. So, uh, you know, optimism, optimism. That's all I can say. Uh, we're gonna tie the Celtics again. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of motivation now for the Lakers to do what they can to be a contending team going into next season. So, because you know, history shows, and we've seen it before, that the Lakers, um, built a good team around what I guess you can say what was Kobe Bryant, God rest his soul, and with the combinations of what we had when it came to Pau Gasol and Ron Artez, and even before in 2009 with Trevor Ariza. I mean, there was some key pieces that worked then that obviously helped us. Went back to back with championships and all that. So my hope is that maybe the Lakers will make something happen this offseason to be a competitive team in the Western Conference. But it's kind of questionable because, it is a heavy Western Conference, when it comes down to it. And, they're trying to be a better team as well. So, you know, we just have to hope and wait that the Lakers will do something. But, history shows that when the Celtics win, the Lakers always, come back and, dominate, you know, then. So, hopefully it happens. But um, maybe the Lakers will get maybe 18 or 19, very soon. But we just have to wait and see for sure. Also from Daniel, Caruso OKC was good fit. Yeah, that was a surprising move by Chicago trading Alex Caruso to OKC. That was just right after what the hiring of JJ Redick was. I mean, I was just surprised by that move, and if anything, it was a surprising one because it is, and especially the way the trade was. I mean, no assets of drafts being included for Alex Caruso, so you can just tell that the Chicago Bulls don't know what they were doing. So when it came to the beginning of the process of trading Alex Caruso, so it is it was just frustrating to see that nothing was happening when it came to Alex Caruso being traded to any contender or just any type of team out there. But this was surprising, and this was the right move, I have to say. He's going to a contending team for sure in OKC. And surprisingly and ironically, this was the first team that he ever been on. So that's a homecoming for him when it comes down to it. And this is a good move, a good fit. I absolutely agree with you, Daniel, when it comes down to that. So for sure. I mean, he's going to be in a great situation, and he's going to be. I'm not sure if he's going to start, but he may be coming off the bench as a defensive guard that he is. So when it comes down to it, so I wish Alex Caruso nothing but the best. It would have been nice if he returns to the Lakers, but I don't think Chicago was going to make a trade with the Lakers unless a first round pick was going to be included. So you know, I guess they were just fleecing the Lakers and most of the teams that were contending to potentially get Alex Caruso, like the Miami Heats, and I believe the New York Knicks was at one point interested in Alex Caruso, but I just didn't think that they were going to trade him to a Western Conference team. Oh, sorry, an Eastern Conference team. So it was good for them to trade him to a Western Conference, but but he's at a good place for sure. So absolutely agree with this move. But you know, it'd be nice if he returns to LA, but it is what it is. Let's see here. from Ghetto Rabbit. The Bulls got robbed, especially not getting a pick in this week draft. Yeah, that's why I was kind of frustrated or kind of confused that they only did player swap instead of just adding some assets. I mean, the whole point of Alex Caruso being on the market was that they were looking for a first round pick, and they weren't getting it, and that's why I guess they did the trade what they did. So not sure what's going on with the with that organization in Chicago. I mean, they are just very dysfunctional. When it comes down to their not making the trades at certain at the trade deadline. And it's just they're just not doing a good job. When it comes down to it. So, but I guess this time, I mean, they kind of picked the right team to take to help out Alex Caruso to contend, for a title or maybe just contend in the playoff contention. So, it's just a good move for Alex Caruso to go to, but it's just kind of weak on the Bulls' part to when it comes to asset wise. And this is a weak draft, so we I was kind of surprised they didn't include this year's draft, to get Alex Caruso, but it is what it is. I mean, it's their decisions. So let's see here from Adam. Welcome to the live stream. Uh, Looks like the Bulls trying to outscore teams uh, and scores more like. Oh yeah, Gideon scores more than Caruso. He's also a player passer. I don't think it was a deal. Uh, they're just going offense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I think the Chicago Bulls are doing. Yeah, I mean for sure. He is a good offensive player and a good passer. So, and I just there was also some reports that the Bulls will potentially release Lonzo Ball. So that is if that is their replacement for him and maybe uh, Alex Caruso. I mean, it is the type of move that think that is the right move for them. But obviously, you know, I guess you could say uh, way more offense than it is on defense, and diminish that when it comes to your team. So, but this is the decision that they made. I don't know why they did it, but I guess. But the good news is Alex Caruso is going to a place where he's going to contend, and hopefully that he will have a lot of success because he deserves it. Um, but yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that. But yeah, guys, I mean, this is a surprising day. It's such a great, interesting day for Lakers Nation. When it comes down to the decisions of hiring JJ Redick as the new head coach. I'm very optimistic about the whole process, and especially when it comes to the process of the assistants being hired. I mean, I am hopefully very I'm hopefully they just picked the right assistants to be added on to JJ Redick's staff. I mean, especially when it comes to experience, and the whole reports were out there is that JJ Redick is focusing on the staffs, and especially when it comes to the experience process of his uh, his staff. So obviously, as I mentioned, Rajon Rondo, even though he has no coaching experience as well, but I think he'll bring a lot to the table when it comes to being a fan favorite, but at the same time bringing the type of player coach in the locker room. Obviously, Anthony Davis appreciates what Rajon Rondo did for his career. When it comes to being on the Lakers and also with the Pelicans. So bringing him in will obviously, hype up what what Anthony Davis will bring to the table next season if he is part of the staff. So Rajon Rondo will be a good fit for this Lakers coaching staff. Scott Brooks experience head coaching, when it comes down to that. So That would be a good fit for him. But other than that, you know, sort of remains to be seen what Dudley and Cassell will be if they will be part of the coaching staff. But you know, we just have to wait and see. Maybe Monty Williams. Maybe Monty Williams could join the Lakers coaching staff, and because you know, I don't think he wants to be a head coach right now, and the fact that he's going to get paid so much money uh, from Detroit, so you know he could potentially just you know sit on the bench and just coach players during practice and just develop their skill sets and just be part of that and just still get paid a lot of money um, from another team. So you never know. Maybe he will work his way to the coaching staff, but we just have to wait and see because it's still out there. Yeah, it's still early in the process of what JJ Redick wants to do when it comes to the head coaching position. Sorry, his coaching staff after the hiring. So we just have to wait and see. But top two contenders for sure. I want the Lakers to hire for sure. With Rajon Rondo and of course Scott Brooks. So. But yeah, guys, I mean, I really want to know your thoughts and your opinions about JJ Redick and the hiring of JJ Redick. Do you guys think this is a good move by the Lakers, or you think they should have went for experience? Like I said, I mean, it is what it is, but I personally wanted an experienced head coach. But hopefully things will turn out great for JJ Redick. Maybe he will pull off a Steve Kerr or maybe a Pat Riley when it comes to being a first time head coach in the NBA. So you never know. I mean, maybe it'll work out for him. Hopefully it does because um, it's just I just want to see some success out of this Lakers team. And if it comes out of what's his name, JJ Redick, hopefully it will there will be some success by this Lakers team moving forward with him leading the helm as the head coach. So hopefully it does. I mean, I have a lot of you know, I have a lot of optimism, for JJ Redick, being the head coach for the team, and hopefully every single one of you will be behind that. I mean, this is what it is. He is our head coach, and plus during the process, there was not a lot of top head coaches to hire. I mean, there was Mike Boonhoser, but it was like getting a Darvingham 2.0. So it is, and plus the whole like target was the Suns getting him. So uh, he was out of the contention anyway. But plus there was just some assistants, and during that assistant process, we could have just kept Darvin Ham if that was the whole idea. But uh, this time around we got JJ Redick. I mean, there's some optimism. He has a smart basketball mind, and he um, could bring a lot to the table. But we just have to wait and see about that. So before I get out of here, let me read this one last question from Adam. Or for those of you who could potentially comment and give your thoughts, I will read them out before I end this live stream. So um, please give me your thoughts, and I'll display your comments here. So from Adam, I think we should we should have hired uh, you know what's his name, uh, Adrian Griffin. I think if anything, it would be nice. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he had a lot of success with the Milwaukee Bucks as the head coach, even though he did get let go. When it comes down to it, but uh, you know, I won't rule it out. I mean, he has some experience as the head coach, and plus many years of experience as an assistant. So, um, it would be nice to have him on the Lakers coaching staff, and you never know, maybe it will work out. So, maybe JJ Redick will look into that for sure. So, but I have no problem with that for sure. Bring him in, no problem. But if somehow Phil Handy is still out there, I think the Lakers should potentially target him. In for the hiring of JJ's coaching staff. So, but yeah, I have no problem with Adrian Griffin when it comes down to it. From Ghetto Rabbit, uh, why Chris Quinn does not get the head coaching gig. He's been an assistant for 10 years. Does he want to stay in Miami? He is a terrible interviewer. Yeah, I mean, for some reason, he stayed so long with the assistant role in. I believe he was also an assistant in San Antonio. I believe I might be mistaken, but yeah, he's been around for so long. I mean, the fact that he hasn't gotten an opportunity for a head coaching job is just surprising, and it could be that that reason is that maybe he just bombs, you know, uh, interviews. Maybe he just says the wrong things or just sucks at being, interviews. So maybe that's the reason. So he just stays around in the assistant roles and just stays in Miami. So, maybe that could be a thing. But, he is a good qualified assistant. And, if the Lakers want to look into that and say, hey, do you want to be a part of the assistant roles with JJ Redick? I mean, maybe they'll bring him in as an assistant. But, we just have to wait and see. I mean, it's still early in the process. We're still waiting for the head coaching staff to be filled up. So, because nobody has been filled in yet. So, um, hopefully we'll find some names be emerging very, very soon. And stay tuned for the announcements of those assistant head coaches, or sorry, assistant coaches for JJ Redick on this channel. So please be sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel for those potential breaking news coming when it comes to the assistants for JJ Redick. So, it's going to be a very fun process. Hopefully, he picks the right ones, and especially now with him being the head coach now, he's going to be very involved when it comes to you know, the signings of potential players, and maybe trades could happen, and especially the draft, which begins next week. Will the Lakers keep the first round pick? It sort of remains to be seen. I mean, it's going to be very fun. So it's very important that you hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. I really do appreciate every single one of you for your love and support, and truly, truly, I am, because the amount of videos that I upload and you guys watch them, it just gives me more motivation to continue to give my thoughts and my opinions about the Lakers and continue to grow this channel and do more things for this channel. And when you guys keep watching my videos, I just keep doing them. It's because of you guys. So once again, guys, I mean, I really am thankful for every single one of you for your love and support that you guys have shown me all across social media and of course on this channel, ZSN on YouTube. And you know, if you haven't yet, just show me the love and support by subscribing, hitting that notification bell, and let's continue this trend that we have right now. Obviously, I appreciate the shorts video that you guys have shown me, especially when it came to Jerry West's passing. I mean, that was just a video that I just wanted to show appreciation for, Jerry West. But obviously, it was a bigger than what it was. Right now, we're like at 33,000 views on that shorts, and I believe like 2,000 likes. So, I mean, I am so overwhelmed with that. So, thank you all so much. And the video recently that I uploaded, no, not the JJ Redick one, but before that was the draft analysis. And I got like 2,000 views on that. So, once again, I want to thank every single one of you for your love, support, sharing those videos all over social media. And, it's just, I'm so grateful for every single one of you. Once again, thank you all so much for your love, support, and thank you all for joining me on this live stream. I really appreciate it. It's been a while. It's been like a month and a half that I didn't go live. I did went live during the whole Dan Hurley situation, but I was in my car and it was just not the right, you know, angle, and I was in my car doing it, and I just didn't like it. But some of you watched it, so I do appreciate it. But But yeah, I mean, very soon I will be continuing to make live streams in the off season. Especially next week maybe when it comes to the draft. But hopefully it'll probably be a post draft when I give my analysis if the Lakers do draft somebody or will they potentially trade it. It just sort of remains to be seen what they will do with the 17th overall pick. It seems likely that they will trade it, but if they do keep it, they have to go the center route. And I personally think Zach Edey is the right move at the center position. I mean, the fact that the past 4 years in college he averaged 20 points and gives you 12 rebounds a game. I mean, just imagine what he will bring to the table on the NBA level. And plus, he's going to play in Paris in for the Canada team basketball team. So you know, he's going to gain more experience under his belt playing overseas. So, it is something that maybe the Lakers should really consider for that 17th overall pick. Now, obviously, there's a lot of others. I believe there was Tristan De Silva, who is like a small forward or power forward. So maybe the Lakers will look at that. I mean, there's a lot of choices what the Lakers could do when it comes to that pick, but I think the center is the right way to go, unless they could go into free agency and get a solid center to pair up with Anthony Davis. But we just have to wait and see what they will do. But obviously, number one priority for me will be the center for this off season, and we just have to wait and see what they will do. And obviously, when it comes to Bronny, second round, I don't want them to use the 17th overall pick to get him. So that's my hope that they will not do because 17th overall pick is to get a center, get the best player available. So, hopefully next week we will see what the Lakers will do with that draft pick this year. And will they trade it? Will they keep it? Just stay tuned, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel once that happens. So, and once again, guys, just show me love, support, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and just follow me all across social media for every news, rumors, updates, speculations about the Lakers and their offseason plans, and especially when it comes to free agency and the NBA draft, and obviously the hiring of the assistants for head coach JJ Redick. So if you want to know about every news that comes out, this is a channel for you. So please hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video and the next live stream. I really appreciate every single one of you. I want to thank Ghetto Rabbit, um, Adam, and Daniel for your guys' love support you guys have shown me, today. And, it's just so overwhelming. And thank you all so much for the talks that we had. And I really miss this. It's been a while, and I'm so glad that we still have the connection that we have when it comes to, you know, talking about Lakers basketball. And this is what I love to do. And having the talks that we have is just very positive. I really appreciate it. And even though there were some that didn't like the hiring of JJ Redick, but it is what it is. I mean, this is who we have, and he's our new head coach, and we just had to, I guess, deal with it. He was the only, I guess, best candidate available in a sense, even though Monty Williams was just fired a couple days ago. I mean, it is what it is. He's our head coach. Let's just, show some support for him, and hopefully he gets some success out of him as the head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. So, thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. Thank you all so much. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.